You know those moments when your anxiety takes over so quickly you don't even notice it at first? Your chest gets tight, your thoughts speed up, and suddenly you're worrying about 10 different things all at once. Overthinking has this way of transporting us into a future that hasn't even happened yet and pulling all that fear and discomfort into right now. And the hardest part, while your mind is sprinting ahead, trying to figure it out, you're missing the only moment you can actually do anything about it, which is this one. So, what can you do to get back into the here and now? Back into the only moment where you can act? Today, I'm going to show you a simple act mindfulness exercise called Just Notice. And if your mind has been running wild lately, this might be exactly what you need to slow down and stop overthinking. For those new to my channel, my name is Sean Hardy. I'm a licensed mental health counselor based here in Fort Wayne, Indiana. And on this channel, Act on Mental Health, we're learning acceptance and commitment therapy, or ACT as it's known. And this is where I help people get unstuck and start moving toward what matters. So as we begin, what does ACT mean by present moment awareness? Welcome to the present moment. It's surprisingly easy to miss, isn't it? And when we land here, it's almost like coming up for air. When we pull ourselves out of the fog of constant thinking, even for a few seconds, we notice things we weren't aware of before. The present moment lets us step back from difficult thoughts and feelings instead of getting tangled up in them. And from that space, we can move more intentionally toward the life that we want. But most of the time, we're not living here, are we? We're living inside stories, replaying past experiences, imagining future disasters, evaluating, predicting, rehearsing, analyzing. We're so busy thinking about our lives that we're not actually experiencing them. Think about someone like Susanna. Whenever she has a conflict with her partner, she spends days replaying who was right and who was wrong. She's arguing in her head long after the actual moment is over. She's not aware of her physical tension, her emotional reactions, or the way her behavior impacts her relationship, because she's living inside the story, not the moment. ACT has powerful tools to help people like Susanna, but before any of them work, we need one foundational skill: noticing what's happening right now. Noticing our thoughts, noticing our feelings, noticing that our mind is influencing our behavior in ways that aren't helpful. That brings us to the heart of today's practice: learning to notice the moment that we're in. Just Notice is a simple ACT exercise built around the acronym NOTICE. It helps us reconnect with the world around us and the world inside of us, one small step at a time. N stands for noises. So what sounds do you hear? O stands for oxygen. What does your breath feel like? T stands for thoughts. What thoughts are floating through your mind? I stands for insides. What sensations do you notice inside your body? C stands for company. Who's around you, or who are you connected to right now? E stands for environment. What's in the space around you? You can use this anytime your mind pulls you away, and it gets easier the more that you practice. I've included 2 worksheets in the description below: logging your noticings and daily noticings, to help you track what you observe over several days. You can find both of those in the description or at my website, seanhardy.com. Now let's actually try this exercise out. And for this, find a quiet place to get the most out of this moment. Let's begin. Sit in your chair in a way that allows you to be aware and awake, but not rigid or tense. For me, that looks like me sitting upright with my feet firmly on the floor. You can either close your eyes or pick a spot in front of you and let your gaze rest there softly. Whatever works best for you. Begin by turning your attention to your breath. Notice the rising and falling in your chest and belly as you breathe in and breathe out. See if you can follow your breath from the tip of your nose to the bottom of your lungs and back out. There's no need to try to control your breath in any way. As best you can, just let your breath be natural. But if you find yourself controlling just even a little bit, as we sometimes do, don't fight that. Just notice. Now, turning your attention from inside of you to outside of you, tune into the sounds of the room that you're in. Notice the variety of sounds across the landscape of your hearing. Notice how each sound occupies its own place in that landscape. Now, turning from outside to inside, gently direct your attention to the place where your body makes contact with your chair or whatever surface you're making contact with. Tune into the sensations of touch or pressure that's there. As we do this exercise, you'll inevitably notice thoughts or your mind grabbing your attention and pulling you away. When this happens, you're not doing it wrong. Your mind is just doing what minds do. When this happens, just notice and then turn your attention gently back to the moment without a fight, without judging your mind. Now, moving from inside to outside again, you can open your eyes, look around, and take in all the shapes, colors, and textures around you. See if you can tune into something that you hadn't noticed recently, or perhaps ever. And now, closing your eyes, turn your attention back to where we started, watching your breath as you breathe in and out. And follow with this 2 or 3 more breaths in this way, and then let go of the practice. What you notice doesn't need to be profound. You might have observed a lot or almost nothing. Both are completely okay. The goal is to build the skill of noticing. And this is how we step out of autopilot. This is how we unhook from overthinking. This is how we return to the only moment where we can take action. So practice this daily, even for 60 seconds, and you'll train your mind to return to the present when you need it the most. If this exercise helped you to feel even a little more present, you'll want to check out the next video I made on how to drop anchor. It's a simple 5-minute act practice that teaches you the basic mindfulness and breathing skills, like the 2-to-1 and 4-7-8 methods, to help you shift out of automatic thinking and into steady present moment awareness. And make sure to grab your free ACT resources at SeanHardy.com, including the daily noticings and logging your noticings worksheets, linked below. They're great for tracking your practices over time. And remember, your journey to a more purposeful and mindful life begins with a single click.